right. So, all right. You want to? Do we look good? You want? Actually, would you mind? No, come take a look through the lens. Tell me if we look good. All right? Because I don't have eyes.
She's had a big margarita.
We're trying to find a place to get in the window and make faces.
Oh,
Don't do that, babe.
do we look good in the camera? Okay.
Yeah, she
All right,
sees
great.
better than
All
I
right, great.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
All right. All right. Hi, welcome back to Celebrating Culture. We're here today in Galena, Kansas, and I'm with Gary Daggett, who is the president of the Texas Historical Route 66 Commission. Gary, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You know, what did you think of the drive so far today?
Oh, it's been great. Motor tours are always fun.
You know, and here we are, Texas, Texaco. What did you think of the renovation that's been going on here?
Oh man, Aaron has just done such an awesome job to this place. I mean, look at it. You get the feel, what it would feel like back in the day on Route 66.
You really, really do. It really has done a great job.
Yes.
All right, with that, stay there.
All right.
And now I'm gonna get behind here. And the rest of it, I'll be talking to you from here.
All right.
So it'll be like more of a closer up.
Yep.
And, okay. So fill me in. Tell me about what's going on Route 66 in Texas. You just did a renovation in Glen Rio?
Yeah, in Glen Rio, we're working on the First Last Motel in Glen Rio. A lot of people think Glen Rio is a ghost town. It does still have one resident, so technically it's not a ghost town. But yeah, it's got a lot of historical buildings, motels, gas stations, things like that. And we're just trying to renovate the buildings that are still there for people to come see along Route 66.
And you're here in Kansas, headed to Missouri.
Yes.
It seems like you guys are a family. Route 66 is more than just Texas.
Yeah, once you get immersed in the culture and the things that are on Route 66, if you live close enough, it is. We call it one big family. It's a 2,000-mile long family. I mean, some of these people we only get to see 2-3 times a year, but yeah, it's just like going to see family.
And you got, now in Texas, I think unknown place. Tell me about this canyon. It's not too far out of town.
It's about 20 miles off of Route 66. It's Palo Duro Canyon. And most people don't realize it's the second biggest in the United States next to the Grand Canyon. And it's a quick side trip. It's worth seeing if you're on 66. Check it out and go see it.
And some of the other, I would say, tourist things, but if you're on Route 66, the Cadillac, tell me some about these other places.
You got the Cadillac Ranch. It's been there almost 50 years. A man commissioned some artists to bury 10 Cadillacs in the dirt, and they're still there. You can go out there and paint your name on them, spend a little time. Amarillo, we have historic 6th Street still there, a lot of great businesses. Golden Light Cafe is the oldest continually operating restaurant still on Route 66, been there since 1947. We have, of course, you'll see the billboards all over the country, the Big Texan Steakhouse. Go try the 72-ounce steak and see if you can eat it. Just a lot of things to see, museums, history. There's still a lot. We're the second smallest state on Route 66, but we have a lot to see.
Midpoint Cafe, tell me about that.
Midpoint Cafe, it really is, when it was Route 66, that was the middle of Route 66. You're halfway there from LA to Chicago. Fran Hauser was the owner, and she was actually Disney's inspiration for Flo in the movie Cars. And they are very known for their pies. She has a secret recipe pie that's been in the family for years, and that's what they're known for. They're called ugly crust pies. The crust is ugly, but the pies are delicious.
Now, you also recently went to the 50th anniversary of a hotel. Tell me about that party.
Oh, the Munger Moss. It was, when stuff like this happens on 66, like you're talking about the family, it's a cultural get-together. Ramona and her husband Bob bought the Munger Moss 50 years ago. So they are the longest continually one-owner hotel on Route 66. And they had a 50th anniversary party for her, and again, the family just flocks. It was a giant weekend party, had a cake for her, we had bands and entertainment. Things like this just spontaneously happen on 66.
And you were also involved, tell me about the Muffler Men.
The Muffler Men were an ad back in the 60s. I think they're 18 feet tall, and they were called Muffler Men because muffler shops originally commissioned them from a place in Venice Beach, California. I forgot the name of the company.
Midas?
No, it wasn't Midas.
Okay.
But they were called Muffler Men because originally they were all holding mufflers in their hand. Well, over the years, they got bought, sold to different places, and Route 66 back in the day, it was all about a gimmick. How do you get people to stop? So they were put in different places. Some hold hot dogs now, some hold rockets. It's another following of different people, and you get to see 8 of them along Route 66.
Describe a couple of them to me. You know, the Gemini guy.
You have in Wilmington, Illinois, you have the Gemini Giant. Back in the day, they put a space helmet on him and a rocket in it. Well, the name of the restaurant's the Launching Pad, so it fit their restaurant. You have one in Springfield, Illinois. They call it the Lauterbach Giant. Well, it's Lauterbach tires. The guy's holding some tires. You have the guy in Atlanta, Illinois. It used to be on top of a restaurant, so it looked even bigger, and it's holding a hot dog because it was a hot dog stand. So you have them all up and down Route 66, but you still have them all over America. There's a whole different following for they call them the Giants.
And you worked to restore one, not on Route 66, but...
No, I was lucky. I've always wanted my own, maybe someday. My brother-in-law actually bought an RV park, and it had a Giant it came with. So I was visiting one day last year, and he was actually talking about restoring it, and I was just like, I'd love to. So I spent 3 weeks restoring this Giant, and it was a lot of fun.
And you're a railroad guy, and tell me about the Harvey hotels and the railroad.
Oh, the Harvey hotels. Back in the day, the Harvey houses, all the depots along the Santa Fe line had Harvey houses because people stopped and got off at the depot. They needed somewhere to stay. Well, they built these Harvey houses, and they're just a big thing back in the day.
That sort of led to Route 66 kind of followed the railroad, huh?
Well, yeah, because originally first you figure you had the railroads, and because of the railroads, you had these depots in these towns. Well, when they started to build the roads in Route 66, of course, originally you had National Old Trails Road, but it was just natural for Route 66 to follow through the towns that were already there because of the railroads. So really, a lot of Route 66 is where it was because of the railroads.
Okay, I think we're good. I'm going to come in and close it out with you.
All right.
All right. All right. So Greg, is there a Facebook page or anything on the internet for Texas Route 66?
It's route66oftexas.com, RT of66texas.com.
Great. I mean, and I had a great time driving through Texas. There's really a lot to see and enjoy in the canyon. I didn't know existed.
Oh man, it's amazing. Yeah, like I said, people don't realize it's the second biggest next to the Grand Canyon. It's something to see.
And there's a play there during the summer.
Yeah, during the summer they do a play. It's outdoors in the canyon called Texas, and it tells the history of the Panhandle.
It's a great place. And
yes.
Zip lining, that's a state park.
Zip lining, horse riding, yeah, it's a state park. Lots to do. They have cabins, you can spend the night.
So if you can't make it to the Grand Canyon, just go to
Palo Duro Canyon. Yeah, come to Amarillo. Come to see Route 66 and see Palo Duro.
Great. Greg, I want to thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
And thank you for what you're doing for Route 66. I'm looking forward to the Centennial. I think it's going to be a big year.
We're all the states are making big plans, so look forward to that.
All right, great. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of Celebrating Culture. That's it.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.